Hey, I'm Alana Driscoll, and you're watching Lights Camera Reels.
Marcus, thank you for joining me today.
Oh man, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, man, first off, the movie that the movie was outstanding. I loved it. I loved your role. I loved you in it. You were fantastic in it. I
Oh, thank
I
you.
I'm still shocked in the role and the way you played your role. I'm just still in like mind blown by the movie because the movie is it hasn't been seen by everybody yet, but
Right.
it's still just it is mind blowing.
Thanks, man. Look, it was a good time filming it. It was a great script, and we just had a ball, man. Really, I mean, it was almost like a vacation to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's doing what you love and then doing it on that level. And to be honest, I haven't seen the completed film yet. So I've seen, I had to do some ADR work and things like that, but I haven't seen like it fully done. So to hear you say that is good for me.
Oh man, I've seen it. We got it sent over to us, uh, just just to have a screener, and
Nice.
man, it was done perfect. We loved it. We haven't not done our review yet. We've had
Okay.
been asked not to yet, so but we're definitely working on getting one done. We would love to like we would love to have everybody on. It's just definitely something that this movie was fantastic, and you're acting in it. Everybody's acting in it was just perfect.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Brent DC really carried us too, though. You know what I mean? She,
yeah,
the sweetest little kid, man. I call her my niece now. She's my niece.
yeah. So, what got you into acting?
Oh man. To be honest with you, my family is a sports family, like a basketball playing family,
Mm,
and you can't tell because all of us are pretty husky. We look like football players,
mm,
but I found out kind of early on. I was like, yeah, I'm no LeBron James. I'm not going to the league, and
yeah,
so and so. I mean, I could play, but I was not that level at all. But I figured, I wanted to be so many things when I was a kid, like. I wanted to be a doctor, a police officer, and I was just like, you know what? If I'm an actor, I can just be all of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
At any point in time. So
That's
that's like
awesome.
what gave me that idea. But it really started for me in elementary, man. Like the first time I ever acted was literally I was I think it was the fourth grade, and they were having this back in the day, you used to have your talent shows in the cafeteria in elementary,
Hmm.
but they were
Yeah,
they were just buying time, bro. We were kids, and so they asked us to get up there and do some talent, some whatever talent we had, and I got up there and I did. It just came to me to improv playing a pitcher, a batter, and the umpire. I played all three and struck myself out. And I remember the kids going crazy and the
nice.
teachers looking like, this kid might be onto something.
Yeah,
And after that, man, I was bit by the bug. Like I was like, I didn't know what it was then, but I knew I
mm,
liked it. I knew I liked
yeah.
it.
That's awesome to know that. Like to know the stories of people that just never knew like acting was what they were called to do,
Yeah.
and then to know like years later, okay, got into high school or they got into like a college to do
Yeah.
acting
Yeah.
classes and they loved it. To know that you were in elementary school and you were like, all right, I'm gonna try this out now.
Yeah. I
That's
loved it.
that's awesome.
I love all performance based stuff, man. Like I used to watch Eddie Murphy Raw when I was a kid, sneak and watch it because
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy was going crazy at the mouth. But
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. But anything performance based, it just caught my attention. So it kind of made me fall in love with the stage at an early age.
That's awesome. So, what was it like playing the villain?
Um, I'm gonna say it like this because I was asked by production, even though not to say which villain I played, like but when people see the movie, I'm sure they're gonna figure this thing out.
Okay.
But playing a villain, it's not. I'm not new to it. When I first started acting, I always was playing like the thug or the kingpin, or I guess I look menacing. I can't tell. I look nice to me, like a nice guy, but
Yeah.
so that it wasn't. It wasn't new to me. but it was new on this level, on this I like to call it like a, and shouts out to Seth Daly and the whole crew and production. But the way they presented this to us, it gave me this Quentin Tarantino type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
never played within these characters like that, and I was just like, ah, I said this is different, but I like different. I like my resume of acting to be wide range. I don't always want to be like the dad or the cop. I'll be the dad and the cop, but I also want to be some crazy dude running through the cornfield too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, but it was fun though. It's a little freeing playing villains too, because you get to just kind of let all the craziness out that you probably got stored up. Like that one time you got cut off on the freeway and somebody flicked you off and you wish you was the
hmm
villain. Like, ah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it was kind of freeing, but it was fun. Definitely fun, but it was work. It was every day was work. Every day was work.
So how many takes did it take to do the entire film for you guys?
Well, it depends because you saw the movie, and I'm trying to not say too much, but there were
Yeah.
certain things where we were up pretty high on certain things and
hmm
falling off of things, and sometimes that was in like 3 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
time wise, yeah.
yeah, so it depended on how it was, how cold it was, how quick we can get a shot. I'm afraid of heights, so whenever you saw me up high,
Oh wow,
I was terrified. I,
wow. All
I
right.
was terrified. And it was very much, and then like it was known. It was very much known that I was like between takes though. I was just like, "Hey, guys,
This ain't for me.
this ain't this ain't for me." But I'm a team player. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it terrified. But so it depends. Like certain things was a 2 take thing, and certain things depending on the timing and how we had to move through. And like even with the corn, we had to get all the corn scenes quickly because that next week they were coming to cut all the corn down.
yeah,
So the timing and we got to get this right. We got to get this right. So sometimes that took a lot of takes, and then sometimes it was just a few. And that corn, man, that the corn is weird. They say it talk to you at night. If you look into it, I wasn't doing that. So I was like, nah, not me, not this guy. But yeah, it was cool. So it depended on what we were doing, stunts and stuff wise. It could be 1 or 2, or look 6 to 8. It depends.
yeah. Mm. Man, I couldn't like when watching the movie and
Hmm.
seeing you being in certain spots that you were in. I'm not gonna
Uh,
give anything away, but in certain spots that you were in, I couldn't tell that you were startled or nervous or anything.
oh man, I thank God for acting classes. How about that?
Yeah, because you look like you look cool and calm and collective and everything. Like you were just doing your job basically.
I'm gonna give you another secret, man. I'm afraid of dogs, and you know what this means. There were dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like afraid of everything, but I chose to be an
Wow.
actor, right? It's crazy. But I'm always a team player, and as long as everybody knows that I'm afraid, but we're willing to let's get it. Like I'm
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
If we got to brainstorm about it, hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in the trailer hiding somewhere. So, but no, but it was yeah, man. I got acting classes, which people don't really a lot of people nowadays, because acting has changed so much, people don't take a lot of acting classes. Now you got a lot of influencers, and shout out to them for doing their thing
yeah,
and jumping into filming and stuff like that. They've learned how to win a different way. I'm not mad at them
yeah,
at all, but I come from the school of learn acting, do the techniques. You're gonna have to do some stuff that's uncomfortable, but if
hmm
you're willing to get the shot and get and do the role and make that art beautiful, I can go shake in the corner scared later. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. Cause oh man, now I have so many questions, but I can't ask so many questions because I don't know. Oh man, because now it's
Man.
like the dog now,
The dog.
the dog. Because I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the dog in the movie.
Exactly. That
So
beautiful German Shepherd.
yeah, that beautiful German Shepherd. Now knowing that you were scared of that,
Yeah. Terrified.
and that thing,
Terrified, man.
and that thing's running around,
But
and
the guy, the trainer who had him, I mean, trained to a T though. You know what I'm saying?
so
Doesn't move unless his owner and trainer says go. Doesn't bark unless his owner and trainer says go. I mean, beautifully
everything.
trained. But I was still like, yeah, just hold on to him though until they say action and cut. Just hold on to.
Man, it had to be that, like, because it's a canine dog. You're
Yes,
thinking that,
yes,
yeah, it's because it's a because we knew we did talk to the director, and he did tell us that it was a it's a police dog.
yes,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
a military. It was a retired police dog. So it's been around. It's seen, action. It's been in the
Hmm.
drug places and things like that. So when you see that, the dog, not saying it would just attack on command. I mean, it may attack just by
You're right.
thinking. Just think that, because some dogs do that.
Yeah,
It's just because of, they may have, you know, been through some things to where it traumatized them. To
yeah,
where if
yeah.
anybody walks near them, it don't matter what, who it is. It's gonna go
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, those
So
things are they're loyal and they're well trained, but they've seen, like you said, they've seen some things. And I
yeah,
go by what Kevin Hart always said when somebody asked him, "Do your dogs bite?" He said, "Not me." So I was just like, you
yep,
know.
exactly. Yeah, they don't bite me, but they bite somebody else if I tell them to. Yeah, but it's something, not a lot of people put that in their head, that these dogs see a lot of things, and it may not. You think they're the sweetest dogs in the world, and they can be.
Yeah,
Canine dogs can be the greatest things in the world to have. When they retire, they go from a retired home, they go to a family just like me or you,
yeah,
that take care of them until till they're ready to go.
yeah, yeah,
But sometimes they get that, if they've been in action places, there's things that they've seen that they just can't get out of their head, that bother them, and you can't
yeah.
train that dog not to let that bother them.
Yeah, no, you can't, because we can't really talk to them. You have dog whisperers, but they got, that's trauma too. That's trauma is probably in a different way. They probably
Yeah.
process it different, but it's still definitely trauma.
Well, I
And
mean, that's like me or you. If we were a police officer, we see that things every day. Like,
hmm
you walk into a crime scene, like, that's going to be on your head every day.
yeah,
It don't matter what it is, and that dog had to go through that same scene just like you did.
yeah, yeah,
So
sure did.
that's
Yeah.
something to keep in mind with everybody, is that they think a dog is not. A dog can be vicious as much as anybody, but if you train it not to be, it won't be.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Exactly. So
Shout out to the dog whisperers and to all the dogs. I love y'all. I'm just a little scared of y'all, but I love y'all.
yeah. So what was it like being on set?
um, this was the first time on set where I'm actually, like, I would say, like, in the field. And when I say in the field, I do mean literally, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
actually in corner. And it was fun, man. The cast was, I like the fact that the cast was from everywhere. No one person was from the same place. And so everybody got to talk. The cast and the crew, really, because the crew's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And so they came over and shot, and then we're shooting out here in Ohio, and then you got actors coming from Washington, from LA, from just everywhere. They're coming from the UK, like, they're coming from everywhere, man. And so
Mhm.
and we all shared a humongous mansion, like, and we all had our own rooms and things like this. So,
Mhm.
like, every night after we would be on set, and we would go and we work was good. Everybody was a professional. I want to say that everybody ran like clockwork, man. And but when we were done, we would all get together and just talk, or lunch and dinner. We would talk, and you would just
Mhm.
get all these different perspectives from all these different artists about acting, and then it kind of bled over into the next day on set. You build this chemistry offset, and then it's time to go to work. Everybody's just working together because we're all, like, we know each other, and we're learning so much about each other. I haven't been to any of the premieres. I'm going to the one next month, and I'm excited to see everybody again, because I will work with that crew and that cast over and over again. It was fun. It was some some cold nights and some put some heaters in your gloves and
Yeah.
warmers in your gloves and stuff like that. But I think even one of the actors got attacked by like little ticks because he was out there in the mud and all.
Oh
They took
man.
care of him. They took great care of him.
Yeah.
But you know, but I'm just saying, like I said, some days were really work for us. Like we really had to work, a lot of running through the corn and all this stuff and jumping, and it was good. I'm glad I had some type of workout regimen before I got this role
Yeah. There you go.
because I didn't know it was gonna be all this running and jumping. But I mean, until I got the script. But then even then, you don't get it until you get on set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Seth and his crew, they made it fun to work in, and all the challenges, just because there's always going to be challenges making a film. We hurdled them pretty good and kept moving forward.
That's awesome. So you're pretty much like a family being
Pretty much
on
like a
set.
family, yeah.
Yeah, being on set. That's like a lot of the movies that we've talked to. A lot of the actors, they said the same thing. It's that it's like a family. Once you get on set, you're there. You're around them pretty much almost 24 hours a day.
Yep.
You work with them. You pretty much, if you're able to stay on set, that's where you're staying. So
Yeah.
you go outside, you hang out by a fire, cook some s'mores, talk to
We did this.
people. Yeah.
We did
So,
these things, and the crazy thing is, man, it's like we it was almost like it was sad every time somebody had to leave. Like the closer we got towards the end of production, it was almost like like the real world, right? Was they would leave one by one, and you
yeah.
would be like, oh man, he's gone. That was his room. That was his
Yeah.
seat. Like it was kind of sad, but you loved it. And I must say this, I have to say this: every set isn't like that. You don't always get the family, even when we're just shooting a creepy movie in the corn. You don't always get the family
Mm-hmm.
connection with everybody. Sometimes it's for some people, it's literally clock in, clock out. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to work, and you respect it. But whenever you get that family oriented like type of feel, you do cherish those a little more.
Yeah. So how was it for you when you, because more than likely you sent in a tape to get your role, correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you didn't meet the director until you got on set.
I didn't meet him until the callback audition, which was on Zoom.
Okay.
So the initial was just me sending in a self tape, and which was really funny because when I did the self tape, my character, once you realize that he has two names, and well, he has his alias and his real name, and
Mm-hmm.
so when I'm doing the alias, I'm just like I'm doing that part, and then I cut it. And I noticed there were more lines, but I was like, well, that's not me because they told me to audition for this guy. And so when I did the actual callback, when I met Seth in summer production on the Zoom, and I did the callback, I did the audition the exact same way. And then he looked at me like, why you not keep going? Why you didn't keep going? And I'm just like, well, is this? He said, oh no, that's both of these names. I was like, oh, he's like, it's fine, that's enough, that's fine. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And when we got off the Zoom, I was like, yeah, I'm not booking that because I didn't even, I didn't even read
Yeah.
it all the way through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But lo and behold, I got the part, so that was cool.
So that's how. So you had to send a self tape. So you didn't meet him until you did a Zoom call with
Yep,
him and do your callbacks.
yep, that's exactly how that went.
Now, is that how all your roles have been?
Um, Well, since COVID, yes. Every now and then you get, I say it's a blessing. Some actors don't like it. You get to do the in person audition. I like the in person audition because I started in theater first. So
Mm-hmm.
I like a crowd. The crowd doesn't bother me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time to get used to self tape. Like this, what you see behind me, my blue screen, and
Mm-hmm.
you can't see them. I have my softbox lights up here and all this stuff, and this wonderful stand. It took me a minute to get used to it because I was so. I mean, I have done some films before COVID, but when this became standard, like self tape, you got to have the whole setup and stuff. I was in here going crazy, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it used to be for me in person, and that's
Yeah.
how it used to be for most actors. You usually had to either go to where that audition was, but now depending on who you're rep by, your managers, your agents, and shout out to John Thomas Talent who helps me out tremendously. Shout out to Benny. He's my manager. It helps me out so much. Um, he they'll send you this stuff and you can do this stuff right from your own home. All you gotta do now is just be really good. You know what I mean? Be
Yeah,
really good at what you're doing, and you can book from. You could audition for something in New Zealand out of your own basement. You know what I mean?
yeah. So that's how everybody's. A lot of actors now, especially for independent that we've
Hmm.
talked to, and that's they pretty much all said the same thing. They go onto an app or a website, they
Yep.
send their self tape to that, and they just send it to like six different, whatever they wanted to do, and it's like six different actors or six different roles that they wanted to audition for, and they just send it to them,
Yep.
and they say they like that way, but then some of them say the same thing, is they like being in person, they get the
Can't beat it.
vibe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they miss the interaction when you walk in, and you can tell right away, okay, this director is going to be, that's the guy I want to work with, or
Yeah.
nah, this isn't the guy I want to work with. I'm going to do this audition and see where it goes.
Yeah. The energy in the room. I like to feel that energy.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people have said. The energy in the room is different, and I think a lot of people have said that first impression means a lot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that has kind of went away for you guys as director or as actors and actress, that you can't do that first impression anymore because everybody's went away from that, and you're just doing self tapes and sending them in, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is the first impression. I'm getting a box, a 6x6 box of you, or 12x12 box.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Because I mean, how can they get your personality? How do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
a lot of that is in your slate, right? So when you
hmm
after you usually want it at the end or the beginning. Hi, my name is Marcus Woods. I'm 5'10" from such and such or wherever, and you got to do that with a little personality because that's usually all they're gonna get as far as
yeah,
personality goes. So you have to do it in your slate and let that introduce your personality a little bit, and then hopefully they're like, okay, he's cool to work with or she's cool to work with. I hope that works, but that's what they tell us.
yeah. That's it's kind of rough because I mean I remember when I say I remember, but I even remember when it used to be like when when we would when we first started talking to actors, and they said that they went and did, the whole, had to fly here or drive
Hmm.
there or go into studios and do things like that,
Yep.
and as soon as they walked in, they got that, you know the happy smiles, the handshakes, and
Yep.
hey, we really want you. Here's the script. Go ahead and read a couple things, and then that's it. You already
Yeah.
got the role. It's already done and over with, but now it's like, no, we gotta do like multiple takes
Yep.
and send them in, and then you gotta see if it's right. And then some people don't even meet the director until the day of taping,
Yeah. That's
and
it, it's how
that
it
feels
goes
weird.
sometimes. Yeah,
It feels
it is weird, man. Like I said, and I know COVID was its own thing, but it kind of
yeah,
separated us as people, right? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And especially in this theater world where we were allowed to kind of not just be people, we could be ourselves in this artistic space. And it's like they kind of took that away from the actors by doing these self tapes. Don't get me wrong. I always tell people, other actors, I said, well, you got to get used to it because it's not going anywhere. You might get it in person here and there, but this is standard. But it doesn't mean that I like it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It doesn't
exactly.
mean that I'm a fan of it. I just understand it. Like, you know what I mean? And I try, my dad always says, oh, always get an understanding. Always get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So even in that understand, don't always seek to be understood. Always get an understanding. And even if what you understand you don't like, at least you got to understand it. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
at
So
least you got an understanding of how it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
So,
that's
what was it like having your role with the mask on? How difficult was that?
you remember that scene in Django when they're riding up on the horse and he was like, I can't see in these things. He's like,
Yeah,
my wife made it. That's how I felt.
yeah.
Like, I can't see in these
See,
things. it was at first it was like really irritating. And then it like brushed up against your skin, so you like using all your facial care every time you're done. But it the masks were a part. of the character. So, but like after you got rid of the initial, what is this? I can't see. I need the
Hmm.
holes for my eyes a little bigger. Whatever. I'm getting some of the residue from what you cut in my eye. Like, so after you get through all that, that when you put it on for the first day, it's like after they fix everything for you, and when you're getting wardrobe and everything, it's like you become the character though. It's like it's an automatic switch. Like I'm right now, I'm a pretty chill, like to smile, have fun guy.
Hmm.
But when you see these characters, you're like, whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
and that kind of helped you be that. You know what I mean? Especially with a mask on, because I looked at it like this is how I approached the character. I said everybody's wearing a mask. Even the other characters in the movies, they're not
Hmm.
even really who they say they are. You know what I'm saying? Well, at
Yeah.
least so it's like we're all wearing a mask. You could just see mine. You get what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
but that mask represent it's time to go to work for this character. I'm going to do some dirty things in this mask. I don't care what happens in this mask because this is my shield. This keeps me separate from my reality as a
Hmm.
character. You know what I'm saying? So when I put that thing on, at first it was irritating, but once you like got into it, it was just like, yeah, this is who I am, and I'm coming to wreak a little havoc, just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. So what was it like for you being in like a group, the role
um,
of being in a group style like being in that group?
that gang of us,
Yes. Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun because it's like you know I play, like I said, I play sports, I play basketball, play a little football, mostly basketball. But you always want to be, how can I say, the point guard. You always want to
Yeah.
be the
The
general
main
on the
guy.
floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
So and then and in basketball, you got your guys. You got your shooting guard, your power forward, your center, your small forward, and you as a point guard. You get to say, "Hey, go this way, do this way. I call this play, go like that." So it was actually really fun. It was really fun. What I just did here is how I kind of how we all approached it. It's like it's a team effort, but everybody has their jobs and
Hmm.
everybody could do their job well. So that on the performance side of it all, it was great. Outside of that, I love all of those guys. They're hilarious, man. Those we we had a good time. We had a really good. I'm talking about we got lost trying to get back from set to where they had us lounged at because it's dark out there and it's nothing out there, and we're just
Yeah.
like, man, we can't get lost because we got to be back on set tomorrow. So you know what I'm saying? We can't get caught. But those guys are easy to work with, man. And again, like I say, everybody is a professional. And
Yeah.
that's what I loved about this particular cast, man. That everybody came in to work. When it was time to kick back, we kicked back. But when it was time to get to work, everybody cut it on. And I count that such a blessing to be with those group of people, that gang
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah. Yeah. The group. So it was the movie itself, and I'm not trying to give anything away.
Yeah.
When I seen when I seen it, when I seen the opening scene and I seen what happens, and it's like it's shot in a certain way,
Hmm.
and it's how was that for you knowing it was shot sort of backwards?
Uh, I I loved it, man. Whenever you're shooting a film, right? You're never shooting page 1 to page 99.
Yeah,
You're always gonna shoot all over the place
around.
out of
Yeah.
order during because of who can be there, location, all these variables. But without giving too much away, my first day on set on a particular scene is well, okay, you've seen the people seen the trailer. When you see us coming out of that cornfield,
Yeah.
that was my first day, and I was just like, "What is going on?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I knew what was going on, but I was just like, "Whoa, this is a world that we're in." It was interesting, man. It was really interesting. But like I said, once you got that mask on and you turn it on and you felt everybody else like on the same page, especially the gang of us,
Yeah.
it was just like it was easy. It was easy. So that first the first shot of the day is when you kind of see her in the corn, so to speak. And I'm
Hmm.
based off the trailer, what everybody saw
Yeah.
in the trailer, you see her running in the corn. And so that was kind of like the first day on set, among some other shots, but that was like the first one. And I was just like, oh, we're doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a
It's like we're
refreshing feeling.
rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, we're rolling. We're in it. We've already everybody's set up. Sound is set. Everybody wardrobe is set. Props, everything. Everybody's ready to go. And it's like, man, we're in it. We're in it. Like we are some dangerous men. We're in it. Like you know what I mean.
Hmm.
So it was real fun, man. You kind of making me get goosebumps thinking about the
Hmm.
first day all over
Yeah.
again. It was so fun, man. So fun.
It was so weird. So like I've seen it and I'm like I've watched it and I'm like I've watched the way it's shot and I'm like it's perfect. It's perfect the way it's shot and like I said the movie is so fantastic. I can't wait. I would hope it gets a theater run somewhere
Yeah,
along this line for
yeah, me
you
too.
all to get into a theater, take your friends to it, take family members to it, to go see it, to actually get to say, "Hey, I made it to a big screen."
Yeah, yeah. I've been blessed, man. I've been on Fox. I played on Empire with Terrence Howard and Taraji P.
Mm,
And I had a role. I played a character named Roland, and I've been blessed to be on that. And I've done some things on the independent level where a lot of things go to Tubi now and all these different things and different platforms. And but this one is special. And I'm gonna tell you why else it's special. Then maybe go back to a question you asked earlier. You asked how many takes we would do about 2 to 3 takes. The most I would see is about 8.
mm,
But we were shooting this on film. Most people shoot on
yeah,
digital. It's shoot digital. So when you're shooting on film, film is expensive, like
yeah.
that old school, and
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
don't got a
yeah,
lot of time to mess up. You know what I mean? You don't
yeah,
get a lot of chances to mess up, and so we understood that as actors going into it. You know what I mean? The whole team understood it going into it. So we understood we had to be on point. But us being on point, knowing we were shooting in film, gave us the look that you got to see and love. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And so that was just a brilliant move by Self to shoot it on film and to shoot it in the way that he did, like you said, and that the ending. I don't want to say too much.
yeah.
The way he shot
The way he
it.
shot it, yeah.
Yeah,
When he told us that we had him on a couple weeks ago, when we had him on, and he said, and when Seth said that he shot this all film, I was I was done. I was
yeah,
like the chills and everything because you don't hear that often. Like you
no,
don't hear that anymore because
mm-mm.
everybody does everything digital now.
Yep,
He said
yep,
there's like a part maybe he did digital, like he did like a scene digital,
uh-huh,
but that's it. He said
yeah,
most of it's all shot. He said it like 90% of the film. He's like pretty much the entire film is shot with film,
yeah. With
and
film,
it's
and
like
we didn't find out until we got on like our first day meeting each other, like
yeah,
on set when we all got there, and it was just like we're doing what? They was like, yeah, we're shooting the whole thing on film. I was like, oh, well, as actors, we know we're like you, like this is big. It's a big deal.
yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Yeah,
When he said that to us, I was no more good. I was like, wow, that just makes this movie even more special for even for like regular fans. It's gonna make it more special because there's no like you can't really edit it too much
no,
to make it
no,
a certain style. There's only one way you can do it. That's it.
right, right.
And like you said, there ain't a whole lot of you can't mess up too much
No, man,
because
no, you can't.
because film's expensive nowadays. It's not like you can go get 60 more rolls of it. It's not around like that anymore. So
Right, exactly, exactly.
so at the I gotta word this a little bit differently. My last question here. Um, how did it feel when it all came to the end?
As what do you mean, the end of filming or the
The
end
end of
of the
filming.
I felt like I was that our last day, man, we didn't get done shooting till 6 in the morning.
Wow.
And then I had to shoot out. Like I literally had to get in my car, shoot back. And so, and it was weird, man. There was a lot of like we knew we did something amazing. Like that we knew.
Yeah.
When they gave that final picture wrap and we were like, dang, we know we created something beautiful.
Yeah.
But honestly, that family going back to that family feel, man, it was like, oh man, y'all going back to your regular lives? Like,
Yeah.
nobody wanna hang out.
Yeah.
We all keep in touch and everything like that. And especially me and Hans. I don't know if you got a chance to talk to Hans yet,
No,
because
not yet.
he has a shotgun. Let's just put it
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
So me and him, we stay in contact pretty good. But but everybody was just like, man, we keep up with each other on Instagram. Me and Brindisi, I'm like her uncle. She's like my niece. I see all her
Yeah.
stuff. She sees all my stuff. And I saw her at the UK premiere on Instagram, and I said, oh, I met her and Lara, who are also in the film. She played Brindisi's mom, and I seen them, and I was like, man, I miss you guys. And like, we miss you. We can't wait to see you. So man, us leaving each other, it was kind of like, bye guys. Like, I miss my friends. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it was also, we knew we did something special. We knew we did something special.
Yeah. That's awesome. So like, so you have not seen the full film yet?
Not completed.
Not completed.
Not
Okay.
complete, like in its entirety completed. Like, no, I have not. I've seen, like I said, I've done ADR work, and that's just us going back and adding some our voices to certain things,
Yeah.
and I've seen some really nice shots and clips of it, but no, not in this full.
Mm. Yeah, I can't wait till you do, because when you do, you're gonna sit there and go, "All right, we did this. This is definitely
Wow.
something that you're gonna be like, okay, I can hang my hat on this
Oh, I
one, and
can't
this
wait.
is gonna be It's for, because at for our show, we're doing a top 10 for for a year, independent and Hollywood wise,
Nice.
and just throwing that at, it's in my top 10. It's
Wow.
in my top 5. Like, that's where it is. It's in my top 5.
Okay. I'm now you got
Because
me good, feeling good.
the way it's shot, the way you guys played in the movie, the acting is in it was fantastic. Ask for like I couldn't ask for a better movie
Wow.
for anybody. And the way the story is written, the way everything is told is just fantastic. You don't get
Wow.
this from Hollywood. This
Man.
is something you don't get from Hollywood. This is something that somebody came up with independently wise and put it out there for us to get. And like we said right now, Hollywood is not where it's at.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately, it's just not where it
Unfortunately.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's true.
like, there's movies that came out this year that if I mixed it, independent would be on top
Wow.
over Hollywood movies,
I love it. I
because
love it.
it's not it's it's sad to say, because Hollywood has the bigger budgets
Hmm.
and they should be pushing out bigger and better movies,
Yeah.
but they're not. And horror wise, they're just copy and pasting. It's
Yeah.
just
Yep.
more slashers and more of the typical, whatever kind of movies they can just come up with. More
Yeah.
slasher movies than anything, because that's, day and age we're in. Everybody likes slashers. I feel
It's
like it's
crazy,
the
man.
2000s again.
That's so true. It's crazy because I said the same thing. Like, Hollywood may be the standard, but the place itself is not what it used to be. And
Hmm.
and and most actors and people just doing their research know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can film anything anywhere now. Hollywood has the bigger budgets, but they don't have any original ideas.
Hmm.
And it's the copy paste. But independent has all the original ideas, and they're taking all their budget and they're spreading it across.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it work. But the art is beautiful. The film, at the end of the day, it looks amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I was Hollywood, I would peek down at independent and say, hey guys, maybe we should give you some of our budgets and resources.
And let you push
Bring
some of our
Hollywood back
movies
to
out.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then bring you guys in, and like we've all said, there wouldn't be any Hollywood if there wasn't independent movies.
Yep.
Because, like, Friday the 13th and all the original movies, and everybody
Yeah.
keeps, and some people don't even realize this, because they walk around in all these original t-shirts that, oh, these are the original Halloween movies and these are from the Hollywood days. No, 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 no. They were independent before
Yep.
there was anything had anything to do with these. They
Yep.
these studios that bought into them would not be here today if there weren't them.
Come on, you saying so much like truth right now because think about it, man. As long as Friday the 13th, we're talking Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
as long as Jason Voorhees stayed independent, it was a beautiful horror.
yeah,
As soon as Hollywood started putting Jason in space, we was
yeah,
like, ah, you
yeah.
lost us.
You lost us there. I didn't
You
understand
lost us.
that one, but it was something new. It was something new that they came up with, but
Uh-huh.
it wasn't something that the fans understood.
No, we didn't ask for
No, we didn't ask for
that.
that. As fans, we didn't ask for it.
No.
And then that's the other things is like they take sequels. Like right now, we're waiting, Beetlejuice. After 30 years, we got a sequel. I mean, we
Yeah,
loved it. Don't get me
we
wrong, we
loved it.
loved it. But 30 years is kind of a long
It's a
time.
long time.
We should have got that sooner. But we loved
Yes,
it.
we loved it. We
We
did.
loved it. And there's no doubt that I'm not bashing on it at all. I loved
Right.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just very why did it take 30 years to make it?
Yeah. They're cult classics, and then they turn into something really amazing later on. Then you're supposed to jump on it, like jump on
Yeah.
it right away. Because could we imagine how Michael
Ride that
Keaton would have
ride.
did this? Ooh,
Yes.
come
Yes.
on. He would have went crazy.
And
He would
that's
have
the
went
same thing
crazy.
with Sinners. Like right
Yeah.
now, if they're
Yes.
gonna ever do a second one, they need to ride the wave now
Yep. Yep.
and
Because original
start
ideas are
writing it.
taking over. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
start writing it now. Get it out there in the next year, 2 years. Don't wait 5, 6 years
Yes.
down the road.
Because we're gonna forget about it.
Yep. And Sinners is just that alone for Hollywood is the standard this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And besides maybe other ones that are coming out. But Sinners is definitely the top one so
It's,
far
it's
this year.
it's such a good original piece, man. I just think they should jump on all of these ideas, because they're doing so good. Like all the way from Get Out to these
Yep.
original ideas. You know what
Ideas,
I mean?
yeah.
These are, and they should just take that mindset. Nothing wrong with old Hollywood. Old Hollywood built this foundation and it's
Yes.
here. But what I'm saying is, like, give a shot to these new directors. Give a shot to these new ideas, and let's go crazy with it because people want original work. Tom Cruise loves Sinners so much he wants to be a hand in somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's really been very vocal about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're seeing it. Like, jump on it now, guy. I hope you're right. I hope in the next 2 years at max they have
If
something ready for a
if they're
sequel.
gonna do it, yes, if they're gonna do a sequel, do it now.
Yeah,
Get it
yeah.
in the works now and make it in the next couple years. And even if you like independent wise, if you guys are gonna do a sequel of anything of this movie, which we are fingers crossed there's gonna be some type of sequel or something.
Yes,
Uh
yes.
we would love it. Uh we would love a sequel to this movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Some
I
type
would.
of before or after
Yeah, for
this,
sure.
uh, a, uh, a a prequel or a sequel, one of the two. We would like either
Yeah.
one.
Ooh,
Uh,
a prequel would be nice. I never thought about that.
yeah,
Uh,
prequel to know
ooh,
what,
yeah.
because we don't. There's so many questions still that could be answered because you guys as a group just showed up.
Yeah,
Like, where did you guys come from?
yeah, yeah,
Like that there's like questions around that, so you could do a prequel to find out like how did you guys get all together
mm-hmm.
to come up with the idea that you guys came up with to do what you guys did.
Yeah,
And that's so that would be the interesting going
yeah,
back and learning that, and then you can learn all that. Like
yeah, yeah,
learn
for
like
sure.
all that stuff, and that would be awesome.
Oh man, now you
Thank
got
you.
my wheels are going.
Yeah,
Like that would be so dope.
there you go. As awesome that I can pitch that idea to you. So now you can pitch it to Seth, and there you
Yeah, that's
go.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pitch it myself. I'm gonna
Yeah,
come up with a whole pitch deck and everything.
yeah, there you go. And all the original people. And
All the originals.
yeah,
That's another thing. Sequels don't keep the originals anymore.
no, they
Why?
all go backwards.
What is? I don't understand that, man. And then if you wait 30 years, if somebody was playing a 60-year-old guy, he might not be here. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
that's true, and that's
that's
tough.
crazy.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So now my final question is,
Yes.
all right, so any movie out there that you
Hmm.
could you imagine ever to play in, what would it be?
This is gonna sound probably cringe to most people, but um, any movie.
Any movie.
That's gonna change my answer a little bit. Right now, any movie I would love to be in. I would love to have any lead role in any of the good Marvel films.
Okay.
So uh this is me saying this out loud, man. I don't know if you know much about X-Men, but I would love to
Yeah.
play Bishop. I want to play Bishop so bad.
You know what?
Um
You would be You would be good.
see,
You would be
that's what
good.
that's
You
what I'm
would be
saying.
good.
So if I could put myself at an X, it maybe it's being written, I don't know, but I would love to play Bishop in the X-Men series
Yeah,
or
because
film.
you would be good at that.
I would get ripped up too because he was. I promise you, I would put the work in.
Yeah.
I would do it, man. But yeah, I think that's where I am now in my career. I really would love to do some type of, um, and I'm a nerd at heart, bro. I love
Yeah.
X-Men, comic books, yeah, anime. I'm that guy. Video
Yeah.
games. I'm that guy. So I would love to do that though. Playing a mutant from the future? Yes,
Yeah.
sign me up. Sign me up.
But Marcus, thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time and out of your day to be here with me today.
Oh man, thank you, Brendan. Man, I appreciate it. And look, man, I want to come back. Like
Hey,
after the
no
movie
problem.
like officially drops, let's run it back.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, anytime. Just reach out to us. We'd be
Cool,
glad to have you back on. Talk more about this movie. Because
absolutely.
there's
We could
so
talk a
many
little more
questions.
free. I know.
Yes, there's so many more questions I have that I had to after you told me some things, I had to narrow it down a little bit. I was like, oh man, there's so many more questions I want to ask.
Well, yeah, but we can run it back and then we can open it up a little more once some of the
Yeah,
world has saw it. Yeah.
yeah. Where can people find you, show you love and support on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at I am Marcus Woods, all one word. I am Marcus Woods. Same on TikTok. On Facebook, it's just Marcus Woods, and you can follow me on YouTube as well as Monologue Monday Marcus. That's something that I'm doing for other actors, just where we talk acting and stuff like that. Monologue Monday Marcus.
Nice. But thank you again, Marcus.
Oh man, I had a ball.